All right, we're back. Another lunch break with the boys. Ike rolled in with some halal food like a fucking disgrace.
I hate him right now.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Let's just turn this episode into a. Let's just talk shit
Scumbag.
about Ike.
We're good at the slander game.
2-bit rat-faced fuck.
Anyways, we got 5 days left of the season. 5 days? 8 days? What day
Like
was
7, I don't know. But it's
it? Yeah, we got like a
not
week
enough.
left of the season. We have even less than that in the year. We were down to our last 2.5 days of 2022. It's been a wild year, but you guys got any plans for New Year's this weekend?
I'm going to a house party. Like that's what I try to do every year. I'm a big house party guy on New Year's.
Yeah.
I've done it all where you go to the bar, you get the package, the top shelf, whatever, you pay $100 and fuck that. Just go to a house party with some friends and have a good time.
Whose house party?
My buddy Kevin.
Kevin? Why?
Yeah, he just bought the house too, so it's like a house warming party. And
So bad.
I'm kind of mad I wasn't invited.
you want to come?
Probably.
You can come. Yeah, it's
I mean,
people my age. They all have kids. They'll be home right after the ball drops. It's not like what.
I mean, last time we went out, what was that occasion that I went out to?
Halloween.
That was Halloween,
Yeah.
right?
It was a good time. Some
It was
30-year-olds.
good.
Yeah.
It was a total like early 30s vibe, but I dug it.
I'm warning you. You're not going to want to go.
Why?
I'm just telling you.
If you're gonna do nothing versus that, then you should definitely.
Right. I'm on the verge of doing nothing.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? What's my other option?
Where can you not invite him?
Yeah.
Well, we have the Bash weekend this weekend. The finalists will one of them will be flying out. So Jordan, representing IDP Army, is coming out Saturday. So kind of feel like I have to figure things out with him, which kind of puts a little trick in the trade here. So his flight lands at like 6. So obviously I want to be there to get him into his Airbnb and then go hang out with him for a little while. But I don't know if I'm going to end up staying with him and then us just like bar hopping around Greenwich Village. But being in bars in New York City, or just being in New York City, like in general, kind of is just straight trash on New Year's Eve. Anywhere in the vicinity of Times Square. I guess if we're staying downtown, like West Village, Greenwich Village is not that bad just because it's a normal bar night, but it'll probably be a little extra packed. Long-winded way of saying I have nothing good to do. But I would still rather do that than that.
I mean, bar hopping in Greenwich Village sounds more fun than Kevin's place. I don't know Kevin. Kevin could be awesome, but
He's a good dude.
I believe that. I just I have nothing set in stone. So do you?
Yeah, Ike will be there too.
Ike's gonna be at Kevin's?
Yeah.
Shit, Sexy gonna be there?
If he wants, if he can get there, yeah, he's welcome.
It's actually coming back, I think, January 16th. I think I confirmed that with him yesterday.
Nice, very nice.
Is the cover charges like worth bar hopping?
I don't know.
Depends. Like I was saying before, a lot of times they'll do like a thing where it's like $80, like all you can drink.
A lot of them like
thing.
host New Year's Eve parties, yeah. But most of the bars that I would probably take him to down there aren't going to be like, we're doing a New Year's Eve event. They're just like, we're open, and it just happens to be fucking New Year's Eve.
People are here with fucking things going. Boo.
Every holiday here is fucking wildly overrated. Like every single one of them, except for probably Halloween. I think Halloween is probably the most fun if you're going to actually get into things here. But like New Year's Eve, any of those types of holidays where like people go all out for it and like tourists come for it.
Yeah, I was going to say New Year's Eve does seem like an overrated holiday just because it gets so much hype. You know, like you can't deliver on it. There's too many people here.
Yeah. If you have a good house party to go to, like there's obviously nothing better than that. But like any bars in the vicinity of like Times Square or anywhere are just nope. It's nope.
What do you plan on doing at this house party?
What you do at every house party? You drink some beers, smoke a little weed, you hang out with some people, you eat some food. At parties with 30-year-olds, there's food, which is something that's also very underlooked.
So there's pros and parties with 30-year-olds. There is the pros. There's food. The con is there's no single women.
Yeah, most of the women are married already. It's kind of tough.
Yes.
They'll tell you you're handsome.
Children
though.
there.
They will tell you you're handsome, and then you'll feel a little bit better.
Ego
about
boost
yourself.
will be good.
Yeah.
Okay. I
You'll
might be
leave
able
with
to live
blue
off
balls.
that.
You'll leave with blue balls.
Yeah, you won't get laid, but you'll meet some nice wives. You'll get some compliments. They might feed
I dropped
you.
the ball last Halloween, last house party.
Yeah, you did. That was all on you. You had a beautiful girl that.
Wait, hold up.
Just completely.
What happened last week with the date that you were going on?
Dude, I never hit her back up. Because
if I had a fucking dollar for every time you said that to me while you've lived in New York, I feel like
we're all just pathetic.
I have
honestly,
like $14.
Did you ever do anything with that barista?
No, I've gone every single day. Haven't seen her yet.
And now it's just getting weird. You should stop.
Well, I go there every day anyways.
Okay. You still getting something when you go there?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Of course. I work there.
Just like not walking in, like,
Pass by a couple times.
Where is she?
Yeah, no.
I'll be back tomorrow.
I'll secure that bag eventually.
What's been the funnest New Year's that you've ever had? Like, what would be peak New Year's? What's something we have to do because you've done it before and it was like, this is how New Year's should be celebrated. I'm not trying to waste another New Year's doing nothing. Last year, you, me, and TJ just sat on the fucking couch, watched TV.
What did we do? What did we actually do?
We did nothing. We sat in your apartment we sat in Marion's place and just fucking watched
I don't even remember that.
the ball drop.
Damn, that's incredible.
I think I left at 1 o'clock.
So New Year's Eve is like super fun when you're younger because you have like the energy of a whole bunch of like kids that want to do something crazy. So
and they still believe it matters, like for something.
Yeah, we used to rent a house in the Poconos in Pennsylvania with like 25 of us, 30 of us when I was probably anywhere from like 20 to 23, 24 years old. And we go there and just cause an absolute fucking scene. And we'd be like, very, very.
The goal is to like not get the security deposit back.
100%. Oh,
that's always the goal when you go somewhere.
Yeah, never gone into it being like we're getting this back for sure. Yeah, we had like a 2-story one. I remember doing the fucking the people's elbow from like the top grail of a staircase onto the couch down below. Absolutely shattered.
It's crazy.
The couch,
you turn into like just an absolute shitty
lunatic.
person.
Yeah,
like, I was kicking out spindles on a fucking like staircase for no reason.
Yeah, so I think the best thing is if you can get a big-ass group of people, get like an Airbnb together in a cool-ass environment or whatever, invite people. Like, you have to have friends that invite friends that you don't know.
Yes.
Once you get that shit going, then it's good. But that's like an ideal New Year's Eve for me. House party with a lot of cool people.
Yeah, I think I thought we were going to try and do, but we had the Airbnb cancel. But if we could have gotten like a bigger Airbnb, we had like basically a bash, New Year's Eve party, the 2 people there, and then everyone else was just kind of welcome to come. We would invite all our friends and stuff, and just see who shows up. It's very similar to your birthday parties for when we had like the NYC League.
Your birthday parties got pretty wild though.
Yeah, that's
like there were a good amount of heads.
That's the goal for a New Year's party, but
we're
you
running
don't
that
have
back
cake.
this year.
You have
like
hats.
That's our main priority this summer.
No, 100%.
Like, I don't care about making money. I don't care about doing the Sleeper Bowl. I don't care about anything.
Your birthday will be electric.
NYC draft weekend will be out of control.
Yeah.
Don't want the security.
We should have went ham this year for your 30th. Not like it really means anything. 31, 30.
What did we even do for my 30th?
Nothing. We went out. That was it.
I remember buying you donuts.
Yeah.
Bringing them to the office.
We went out, though.
I remember buying a bunch of tequila.
I don't think we did.
We didn't go out?
Yeah, we did. I remember.
Oh, we went to the trailer park, and then we went to 169 bar. And then,
I remember I put my debit card down, and Nick made fun of me because he's like, I never use your debit.
You know what it is? Because you're usually like, maybe not the right way to put this, but like smart enough in a real world sense to know that that's like such a dumb thing to do.
Yeah, I mean,
because you're like worried about it getting racked up by someone else or like leaving it there. Or
it's
something.
just like debit cards just leave you so vulnerable. Like credit cards, like if something happens, like it's not taking money out of your account right away. You just talk to the company, but once it's the debit card, it's just gone.
I normally don't leave it open, but like for that, I think I'll just get one more pitcher, leave it open, and then that was it. So we were buying the pitchers of tequila.
I had a really fun night that night.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I love the 169 bar.
That's what makes Fiddlesticks so dangerous. I don't think they take credit cards.
They
don't take my credit card at least.
I was talking to my cousin from who goes to Georgia, I think she's a junior now maybe. She was like, yeah, I was home for Christmas break or whatever, and me and my friends went out to this bar somewhere in New York, and then we went to like Fiddlesticks afterwards, and I was like,
no fucking way.
Of course.
Did you see my man legal. Tony?
I was like, my friend is obsessed with that fucking bar.
Dude, can we have to stop by Fiddlesticks for New Year's?
I'm not sure if there's a place I'd rather be less. I don't know if like this is like comparing Zach Moss to Michael Carter. It's like Times Square or Fiddlesticks here. I'm not sure which one I'd rather.
Times Square, at least you're outside.
Fiddlesticks could be.
I'd rather go to Fiddlesticks than Times Square.
If money was no object for you and you were in charge of throwing a crazy New Year's party, what would you do? Like, where would it be?
Be a huge mansion house party.
I would do exactly what we did for my birthday last year.
Really?
Hundo. I don't think it can get much better than that. Like, that was so sick.
You wouldn't move it out of New York? Nah, I feel like that's pretty obvious for you.
Yeah, nah.
I feel like you would move it out of New York, though.
Yeah, I would want it to be somewhere where we can be outside and, like, it's not cold. Like, I would definitely go, like, closer to the West Coast, have, like, a mansion party with a pool. I feel like having a pool on New Year's Eve would be awesome. It's something I've never gotten to experience because of living on the East Coast. Like, you don't ever get to like be at a pool party on New Year's Eve.
I feel like the cool part about a New Year's Eve party though, like late night, is you being outside and just like all the drunk people just like you see the smoke in the air, and like even I'm ripping darts at that point because I'm so twisted, and everyone's just like freezing, and you're like, yeah, it feels like New Year's. If it was warm out, I don't know if I'd get the New Year's feel.
Maybe we need a good feeling. That's the problem. I don't feel like that feeling is a good feeling. I'm freezing outside smoking, fucking waiting for the new year to start, but nothing's changing.
It's beautiful. It's depressing. It's sad.
You just want to be depressed.
Yeah.
I've spent a couple New Year's in Boston, and it fucking sucks having to be so goddamn cold outside.
Yeah.
And you're like trekking through snow to get to this house. It does kind of make like getting into the house party a little bit more special because you're out of the fucking
party.
snow.
It's hot. It's so hot.
Yeah, and it's like you don't know how to dress.
Yes,
You're always
I hate
wearing
that.
too much. You can't really like rock a t-shirt.
I spend the whole party walking in and out of the house to just to regulate my
I
temperature.
feel like you do that no matter what the fuck we do or where we are.
House parties
so it's like,
really-
where's the animal? I think he just went outside. I think he's over there. I think he's outside
They
again.
get hot, man. I run hot already, so it's tough.
Yeah. There's one New Year's that I was at a house party in Boston. I went with my cousin, and we both got so fucking hammered. It was Sam. We both ended up passed out on the fucking couch before 12. Just in like the most classic Tony No Dimes fashion.
Just passing out before you even make it to the
Yeah, I
party.
think from like 17 to probably like 20, 21. I don't know if I ever like watched the ball drop. I feel like I was just always so drunk and blacked out by that point.
Yeah, I don't ever watch the ball drop. I don't care.
Did we watch it drop last year, even though we were just sitting on the couch?
Yes.
We did.
Yes.
Okay.
It was bad.
Well, I'm surprised I wasn't like, it's 11 o'clock, I'm going to bed. Like, you guys enjoy the ball.
Yeah. Let me know how it drops.
Yeah. Like, no, that's what I mean. Like, this weekend, I don't give a... If someone came to me and was like, I'm having a house party, I'd be like, let's fucking rip. But I'm not at the point where I'm going to go out of my way because I feel like I need to celebrate something that other people are celebrating. That's basically where my mind's at.
I'm missing out. I'm wasting my fucking youth.
Yeah, you are. You need to make some friends.
I know. It's bad. That's going to be my New Year's resolution. Make guy friends. Make a kind of like that movie, Paul Rudd, Jason Segel.
I love you, man.
I love you, man. There we go.
Jason Segel.
Jason, yeah, I said Segel.
Yeah, like
that's
Steven
the
Seagal.
that's the clothesline
the
guy.
fat guy who can
Yeah,
fucking...
yeah, that's
You need to join an intramural team. You need to start you need to do a pottery class. You need to do...
You're not going to meet the kind of guys you want to hang out with at a pottery
Yeah,
class.
100%.
But you might meet a
Won't.
cute
You might meet a
girl.
girl, yeah, not the
There you
guys
go.
you want to hang out with at a pottery
Then you can meet
class.
her friends. To be honest with you, I feel like a lot of times you meet girls, their friends are way cooler. If you're like, if you meet the girl who's friends with all the guys, like the friend group ends up being cooler than the girl is usually.
Yeah,
That's how it works. You should do that. You should, why don't you fucking talk to people at the gym?
I was just
You
going to say,
live in the gym.
you could just like get a gym buddy.
I could maybe. I don't know.
Any dudes at the gym you've been eyeing up?
Dude, honestly, the gym there that I go to is pretty empty. Like, it's kind of nice that, like, not a lot of people show up to the gym. There's some, like, older people. It's more of an older crowd. There's actually these two dudes who I can't tell are on steroids. It feels like they're on steroids, but steroids have been doing them so wrong.
Here's what you don't need. Don't start making friends with just people who take steroids.
Yeah.
No. But they may not be. But they're just, like, two old guys who, like, are in that shape where it's, like, they're kind of muscular, but they're also fat. But either way, they're just at the gym screaming their asses off, just like...
It's like what their life is at that
Yeah.
point. Like, they have no choice but to, like, continue their gym journey.
Yeah, and then in the locker room, they'll just be talking about the most just weirdest shit, where they're like, they're in their 60s, but they're still, like, going on dates and shit.
Love that.
And, like, their date
That's why they're at the
version-
gym. They're still fucking...
Yeah, exactly. But their date version is like, oh, like I went over to her house last night and she made like this pasta fagioli and cookies and like I just ate them all.
That's awesome.
I know. It actually sounds
the,
great.
That's the life right there.
Yeah, and they just like complain about the younger guys at their job. I don't even know what the fuck they do, but just based on overhearing them, they work at a hotel, moving shit. I don't know. I'm so interested in their lives. Like, those are the friends I want to meet at the
you
gym.
need to start a podcast.
Yeah, but that'll be a New Year's resolution that I have that inevitably fails. Make more friends.
Yeah,
What
I don't
about you
believe
guys?
in New Year's resolutions because I feel like it's just an excuse to try. Like, if you want to make a change, make a change. You don't need a fucking day to do it. Like, you don't need this, like, December 3rd, like, diet starts Monday, like, all that shit. Just fucking do it. I hate New Year's resolutions. Like you said, you're just going to probably not do it anyway.
Yeah, like if I haven't done it now,
Like,
it's
you know,
probably-
what's the point in waiting till then? Like, I've done the diet starts Monday thing my whole life, And then on Monday, I ate shit. I'm like, diet starts Monday. Next
do
Monday.
you tell yourself though every year like diet starts on the 1st?
No, I don't. I'm over that now. Like the New Year's resolution, I'm going to lose 30 pounds. Like, man, I'm not doing
This could be your year.
No.
Come on.
I've always felt like I've been pretty honest with myself throughout my whole, I keep it real with myself. So
Well, stop lying to us right now. Do it.
Well, I'm not. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not going to say I'm going to make any New Year's resolutions because I know I'm not going to go through with them.
You're not going to make any. There's not one you think you could take seriously.
No, because I don't think like there's a. It's not like a time to like actually like just make a change. If you want to make a change, make a change. Like, you don't need New Year's to fucking tell you to do it.
It's actually a horrible
Go
time.
outside
to
and make a friend right now.
Yeah.
Make a friend before January 1st.
That's not happening. I can come up with other New Year's resolutions that I think I could actually follow through on. Making a guy friend, probably not.
Lose 30 pounds before January 1st. Let's all do our New Year's resolutions before January 1st. Yeah.
If it was
We're gonna win state.
If it was 20,
tonight.
I think you gave me a week. I could probably do it.
20 pounds in a fucking week.
You would just have to basically
Go back to my wrestling. I can cut weight.
The water weight would.
It would be
I
all
think
water
20
weight.
would be like incredibly difficult.
I bet you.
I think you can get to like 16, and then the last four would be like impossible.
think even if you ate nothing and got super fucking active for the next week, I don't think you're dropping 20.
If I was just working out every day, yeah.
The water weight would shed so quick.
Dude,
It
I
would,
used to
but
lose-
like 20 is
I
huge.
used to lose 6 pounds in a wrestling practice. Just one practice. Yeah, mostly water weight, but still, like, I got it to lose. It's there.
All right, so 20 pounds by Jan.
20 pounds
by
by
Jan
Jan
1.
1st. I'm going to be at that party. I'm going to have a sip of alcohol and just fall
pass
over.
away. Bro, I didn't eat a fucking. The only thing I ate yesterday was like an apple, and I had a date last night. Kind of, I went to this girl's apartment, and I ended up coming back home, and I didn't eat anything. All we had was I had an apple. We had red wine when we were at her place. I had like 2 or 3 glasses of that. By the time I was home back at my apartment, it was like 11:30. I just ordered Wendy's and just housed a triple cheeseburger and 10 nuggets and then just passed out.
Love that.
That was my diet yesterday. Like an apple at fucking 11 a.m., a triple cheeseburger 11:30, and then
I love those
Zooted.
days when you're like, I know this is going to be, like, I know this is wrong, but I'm going to do it because it's going to feel awesome. And just
Yeah.
fucking crush it.
it was awesome.
Yeah.
You pull off a diet, I feel like not a lot of people can.
No, I mean, I also just pull up. Yeah, like my life is just not very suited for.
He's pretty consistent for the most part with his meals, except for, he eats a lot of pizza, which you would think, most people can't do that. But, I mean, he's basically like a rice bowl with like beef or like chicken.
The problem is when I get deep into work, like if something's pissing me off at work, or if I'm like really stressed, or I have a ton on my plate, I like just forget to eat, and that just throws my diet for a complete yo-yo.
Yeah, it feels like low volume, but also like high. I don't know how you phrase it. Not like junk food, but like I feel like that you eat a low volume, but it's a lot of it is also like food you would not expect someone of your stature to be eating. Like it's a high pizza volume.
This is very high.
Yeah.
That's what you're just trying to beat around.
but
It's
I'm-
pizza. Someone's pizza.
You just
I'm
live
very
off of like a slice of pizza a day.
Yeah, but I'm also super conscious of that. Like most of the time, I am getting like healthy meals. Like I go to Fresh and Co. or like Chipotle, whatever. But on the days where I'm gonna house like 3 slices of pizza, I'm not also like eating a bunch of shit besides that. I realize that that's probably like the main meal or like piece of shit I'm gonna eat for the day.
The difference between you and me is I'll eat the 3 slices of pizza and then I'm like, you know what? I need a burger too tonight.
I don't really do that anymore because that just makes me feel like shit.
I know I had 3 slices 6 hours ago, but that was 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a nice it's a nice balance in a terribly balanced way.
That's a great
Like
way.
the way I
of putting
ate yesterday, like shouldn't be a way to eat at all.
it. No.
But it was great. It was nice.
You have any New Year's resolutions?
I don't really make personal resolutions. I'm kind of like with you. I just don't really care. Me and Jack did film the big content episode last week about like our goals for the upcoming year.
Yeah,
There
all
were
your
more-
resolutions are work based.
They're all yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what my fucking life is. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I don't have any like personal goals. I don't give a fuck about anything. Watch more depressing movies. Listen to sadder music. Be more depressed this year.
So we start 2023 in an office. About a year into it, TikTok's grown from basically nothing to 600,000 followers. YouTube's gone from, I want to say, like at the beginning of this year,
95 maybe.
60 to 95.
ish. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say it gained about 30,000.
30,000 followers on YouTube. Where do you think we'll be a year from now?
Still have the lease for this place, so probably still here.
Yeah. What do you mean here? Like where we'll be? Like.
Physically
I
here.
really just like, and I meant that like super open ended.
I want to be ambitious and say I think that TikTok could hit 1 million.
I think that's very doable.
It's tough because subscribers have slowed down substantially since we hit that 600 mark. But I think in a year,
I also think it is growing at like a healthy rate.
Yes, I just don't know
a normal rate.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's not that viral rate that we were, racking up a couple months ago. But
yeah, we weren't getting. There was a time where we were getting 1,000 followers a day, or more.
yeah, but I feel like every time I look at it, it's like it's
We're
substantial.
slowly growing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit.
I think 1 million is probably reasonable in a year,
I think
close to it.
practically speaking, I don't think we're going to be at 1 million.
No,
No, I would be surprised. I would be really, really surprised.
gotta see where the off season takes us.
We'll see where the offseason takes us. I mean, the type of growth we had was just an unheard of run. Like, people don't really do it that quickly.
TikTok they do.
Not anymore.
I just don't think it's going to be. It's probably just not Ike's lunch that's going to get us there. But
Well, yeah, it's-
in the next,
that already.
Yeah, we already know that.
but in the next 12 months, we could come across something that has another spike.
We can 100%. But I'm saying like a 400K rip is it's
a year.
It's a big ride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, listen, I want us to do it, Yeah. I just think from a practicality standpoint, I don't think we hit 1 mil on TikTok. I think we'll probably be closer to like 850 maybe. I think on YouTube we'll get up to 150 by this time next year.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a big jump.
I think we're gonna blow through 100. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
of
we're
course.
almost at 100 now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I think we'll hit 150. I think I'm going to try to put some plans in place to make sure we get there. I actually think in a year from now we'll have 1, maybe 2 more full-time people working here. I think we'll have some new flesh, some new blood in here.
you think content creators?
Not sure yet. Yes, 1 content creator on the YouTube side
Fantasy
for
definitely.
sure. I have to figure out engineering, like development side, if we need any help with that. I don't know. I don't know about full time. Full time is tough to say. I think I've learned that like not everybody needs to be full time. So I think going forward we could probably do a lot more work contracting wise. Like we could always have a designer on hand that we pay per design, per contracting,
freelance.
rather than being like we need you in here full time, salaried and everything like that. I'm very, very optimistic about where we're gonna go in this next year. I think we're gonna see really, really good growth.
Yeah, I think for coming into the office, we had a plan, obviously, but I don't know if we had like a well-polished plan. We just had ideas and like places where we wanted to go. And I think we've done a very solid job of growing the TikTok, obviously. I think YouTube, we could probably do some stuff better. I know we've talked about that. But overall, just like from coming in, like with not like a clear direction, I think we're going down the right road here. First year in the office, obviously things can get bumpy. You got to figure out some things along the way. I think we've done a pretty good job.
I think the way it went was like, from someone in my position, it's like a lot of the times I think you can get upset as a boss because it's like, man, we're doing all the right things. The process is there, but the results are not there. And the way I kind of looked at it was like we were so disorganized. And like I've told you guys, I felt like lacked accountability, but the results were there. So it was like, man, our process is so fucked, but the results are there. So it's like, that's not a problem that typically happens in the workspace. You know what I mean? Usually like process leads to results and not the other way around. So it's like, if we can fine tune the other part of that, then I can only imagine where the results will actually be a year from now. And I think, like, listen, even in the last like week or two since like the changes we've implemented, like I feel a different energy in here and just we're starting to get more things done. And once like the new year starts, I feel like we're gonna be rolling and we're gonna have changes happening quickly. And yeah, I'm excited about the new year.
I'm excited too. Although, if I'm being really honest, I think there's like a 50-50 chance that I'm not here next year.
Really?
Why do you say that?
Dude, honestly, I think I actually hate living in New York.
Really?
I think you do.
I think I like actually hate living in New York.
Tell you what,
But-
I'm not shocked by that because I think you know me, I hate New York.
Yeah.
So continue.
Honestly, it may just be like more of an East Coast thing. I think being away from family takes a toll on me. I think I've noticed that like going back to family and then coming back here, I'm always like, that sucks.
Yeah,
But
I was going
then-
to talk to you about that because like when you came back after the vacation, you were like super down because you just had like an awesome week with all your friends, like partying
Yeah.
and drinking. Now you're back in New York City in an office. And like that was just like the reality.
Do you remember when he freaked out on Sexy?
Yeah.
In the office, and then me and him were in there for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like that's what we were talking about.
I know. That's what
Yeah.
I saw it because he literally came back like, damn, like I just had the best like fucking like. And you're here sitting here thinking in the office like, am I missing out on what I could be doing elsewhere like life? But like, you know, it's just it's also that's part of just being young and feeling like FOMO, like feeling like you're missing out on shit when in reality, career is more important, obviously.
Yeah, no, it's kind of like I wouldn't like quit because I think I would just feel like way too guilty about that. But I'll also just like having this job, it feels like there's definitely like other people out there who would like kill to have my job. Yeah. And meanwhile, I'm just kind of like, it is what it is.
Well, here's a few things I would say to that. I mean, part of it is the conversation that we had. I think, like, you coming back from Thanksgiving break, like, those are peak weekends where you're like, right. Fuck, like, I'm going to miss my friends because, like, that's what we were. That's not normal life on the regular. Like, you go back to California, that's not what it's going to be.
They're going to go to their works and, like, jobs.
Right. Yeah. And the reason you wanted to get away from that particular situation is because you were looking for people that were, like, more outgoing and pushing themselves a little bit more in the world, which is what you'll find quickly again. And that's why it's, like, important for you to find, like, a social setting here. On that note, though, and I told all y'all this when we first moved in here, and like TikTok won't understand this because they know you guys as who they know you as, but as I am taking the reins back on the business and putting it in the direction I think it needs to go, when I hired every single one of you guys, the first thing I said was, I'm not hiring any of y'all to be full-time content creators. Y'all have a role to play here. So like hypothetically, you could still work here and be living in California. That's doing the same role.
That's also why I kind of feel like there's a decent chance I'm not here. Another year here, I feel like...
Or you wouldn't want to do that?
No, I think there is a decent chance I would just be like, yo, I'm going to like move back to California and like I'll just take as much work as I can back there.
Mm-hmm. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously you're a personality on TikTok and that's helped us grow tremendously. But for me right now, like your value in terms of where I see us heading, you could do 80% of it from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like if you're not happy here, you could still do all the editing shit that you do elsewhere. And it's not like you can't ever come back to the office and like stay for, you know, a week, 2 weeks, whatever, and operate that way. But I think you should try to push through your New Year's resolution, find some fucking friends here. The problem is and it's kind of the problem with all of us and why this business is very difficult for all of us because it's basically become all of our lives. You know what I mean? Like how much shit do you have going on outside of this? Like not much, right? Like neither do I. Like this is my only thing. So it's like you're so invested in this that if this isn't going well, if you're not satisfied by this, you've got nothing else falling back on. And that's good and bad because when it's going good, the highs are fucking high as shit, but the lows are low as shit as well, you know? And it's the way I've been riding for so long.
Yeah.
So it's like you look at our job and it from the outside world, sure, externally, it's like, damn, I would love to be part of something like that. But people that are in 9-to-5s, they have something that they're like, oh, I can't wait to get to the weekends because they have like a much more like pop and social life. And I think some of that will come in time with what we're doing and we're exposed to more of like the industry, et cetera. But that also comes with like putting yourself out there more. Like I've met a lot of creators, Jack, for instance, and just a lot of people that I fuck with because I make content. I just reach out to them and I'm like, dude, I resonate with you. Like, let's link up or something. You live in New York. Like, let's hang out and be friends. Like you building your own personal brand, you can do that too. You know, just depends on what kind of people you're trying to meet.
Yeah. I mean, I remember like a year and a half ago, or maybe like 2 years, basically when I first started editing videos, I would have like mortgaged everything to like get to the spot I am now. It's like, dude, fuck a friendship, like fuck a relationship, fuck,
that's
life. Living comfortably at home. And then you get here and then it's like, shit, dude, maybe this is a lot that I'm giving up.
That's just
like you said, like it's, sometimes I feel like this isn't a job. It's like a fucking kid. And I'm like, there's never like an off switch for it really, you know?
Yeah. I mean, look, it's not your typical 9-to-5 job. Yeah. We have office hours, but it's not 9-to-5. It's like, you know, we have Sundays, we have weekends. Like I'm in here 6 days a week. You know, most of you guys are too. You're probably here 7 days a week. You're here 7 days a week. It's one of those things where, like, for me at least, like I love it here. I love everything we do. I love making content. I love, you know, working together on like projects and ads or whatever we're doing. So for me, it doesn't feel like I don't care about the weekends. Like it could be Saturday and you guys want to do something, I'll come in. Like this is my life right now. Whereas like you're younger and you probably want more of those like weekends where you can go hang out at the bars and go with friends and meet people and mingle. And I get it, because like I did that when I was your age. And like also though, I would have killed to be in your position at 24, like having a fucking solid, job and something that you really like doing. And like, just like anything else, when you do something every day, there's going to be some times where you don't want to do it and it's going to suck and you got to fight through it. Like, that's why I think right now we're in the toughest part where we're in season. You get the burnout. Like, I'm sure Nick a couple weeks ago was burnt out, fucking just completely distraught from just busting his ass for, 12, 13 weeks straight. And it gets to you a little bit. But I think it's just one of those things, like with us, we get these like reset periods where the off season starts and we can just kind of pick back up again. And you can, I don't know. For me, basically, I was saying, I love it. I would kill for what you have at your age. When I was your age, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, I would have said the same thing a couple years ago, especially with you guys, watching your individual videos and like watching Animals House. It is like surreal when I really think about it, the fact that I'm like sitting here doing essentially a podcast with you guys. But
it's like
in that same vein, it's like why am I not as passionate as I used to be about, or like why do I not have that like same drive? It was almost like I had an unfounded drive to get here, and now that I'm here, the drive's like it's almost over.
I mean, like it's almost like it's like a beautiful girl that you've been chasing forever, and then you get it, and then you are around them 24/7. Yeah. And then like their flaws get exposed, and then you're just like, okay, the sex isn't as sexy. Like we've had it a million times over and over again. And then it's like, I think for you, what you need to do is like step back and I don't know if it's write down, but like really think about what you'd like your life to look like, right? Like BDG is my life. BDG does not need to be your life. It can be a part of your life. It should be something that supplements your life. It should be like an expressive, creative outlet plus something that gives you financial stability. And then that supplements like what you want your actual life to be. Like that's the way I think would be the healthiest for you to kind of get out of the way that you're feeling.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, because it like when I first started, that's exactly what it was. Mm-hmm. It was kind of just like it was an opportunity to having a creative outlet, especially because I didn't have anything at the time, and it was it was like COVID, so fucking nothing was happening at the time. There was no outlet whatsoever. But,
yeah, I mean, it's also probably part of like that was like a big goal of yours. You could like you're saying you wanted this so bad, and then once you get it just kind of dies down because you already got it. So now you're like, what's next? What's next? But like, what's next is whatever you make from it, or wherever you take yourself. But like, it's all here for you to do it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like you got to figure out what it is you actually want, and then once you do that, again, you like hold yourself accountable to like hitting the goals along the way to that. It might be hard to figure out what it is exactly you want, but like, I think if you actually put some thought into it rather than just like letting negative emotions just kind of just fucking play bumper cars in your head all the time,
Well, shit.
Is that your 2 weeks, basically?
Yeah, that's what I'm putting in my 2 weeks. I'm like fucking find a replacement.
All right. Well, a lot of stuff, a lot of New Year's, a lot of stuff to think over, a lot of stuff for the people at home to absorb.
Yeah, it's not their fucking problem. They don't give a shit.
Make a resolution and have it done before January 1st.
Yeah.
That's our challenge to you.
The only way you can get through it.
Yeah.
Once the next year starts, you're going to be over it.
Fucked.
All right, that's what we got. Thanks for hanging out with us during this lunch break.
When we see you next time. Oh, wait. Will it be 2023?
Yes, it will.
This is coming out
Tonight.
Okay.
It's tonight.
Next time we see you, it's going to be a new year, and it's a new me.
Great. Love that.
Same old me.
Yeah.